Zhang Sanfeng is a legendary Taoist monk who is believed by some to have invented a style of fighting called Min Chuan, cotton fist, that would evolve into modern-day Tai Chi Chuan. While it is questionable whether he actually existed, the tradition of his influence on Tai Chi is a relatively long one. A 1670 book called Epitaph describes him as the founder of the internal arts practiced in the Wu-Tang area, and by the 1870s, teachers of Yang Tai Chi were tracing their roots back to him. However, many scholars believe this claim was made in order to legitimize the Yang style by giving it deeper historical roots. They suggest that the five main styles of Tai Chi that are practiced today all stem from the system developed by Chen Wang-ting, a renowned 17th-century martial artist from the Henan province. The early life of Zhang Sanfeng. Zhang Sanfeng is said to have lived during the Ming Dynasty 1368 to 1644, though there is little agreement on exactly when. While some sources have it that he was born a number of years before the start of the era, others state he lived through the earlier part of the period, and others still maintain he was alive in the later part of the 16th century. Born near Longshan Mountain, as a young boy he was sent to the Shaolin Temple to learn martial arts. At the age of 20, he left the temple and began wandering around China, developing his knowledge in both Kung Fu and Taoism as he traveled. For a number of years, he is said to have lived around the villages and mountains of Wangshen, spending much of his time observing nature in the surrounding forests. He would often appear as if from nowhere when help was needed in the village. He would work for the day in the fields, help gather cattle, or assist a villager who needed to build a house, and when the work was done, he would just disappear without a word. The development of Min Chuan. After around 10 years of living near the mountains of Wangshen, he made his way to the Wu-Tang Mountains, where he lived much the same lifestyle, spending his time learning and later teaching Qigong, traditional medicine, meditation, and even alchemy. One day, so the story goes, he was looking out of his window. Some sources state that he was dreaming, when he saw a fight ensue between a snake and a bird, depicted below, usually stated to be a crane, though sometimes other birds are named, such as a magpie. The movements of the two animals fascinated him. In particular, he admired the snake's calmness and its posture when ready to strike. He was also impressed by the way they both switched seemingly effortlessly from moving in a slow, calculating manner to a fast, explosive attacking move. This would inspire him to invent a new form of Kung Fu, and by combining Taoist breathing exercises with the flowing movements of the bird and the snake, he created the internal martial art Min Chuan, which some believe would go on to evolve into Tai Chi Chuan. The legend of Zhang Sanfeng. Sanfeng began practicing his new art in secret, retreating to the woods to perfect the moves, where he is said to have created the 13 postures of Tai Chi. One day, his skills were put to the test when a band of thieves set upon him. He used evasive maneuvers to avoid their attacks, and when they wore themselves out, he struck them all down. Soon after, he began teaching his moves to the monks at a nearby Wu-Tang temple, giving them instructions on slow and fast forms each day at dawn, then again at dusk. This knowledge would go on to be passed down to future generations of monks, many of whom would claim that Sanfeng appeared while they were practicing to check on the development of the art he founded. This has led to a number of legends surrounding the master. Some have it that he lived for 200 years as a result of his practices of internal healing, breathing exercises, and possibly also due to his knowledge of alchemy. Others have it that there were actually two masters that went by the name Zhang Sanfeng, who lived similar lives as Taoist monks in the Wu-Tang Mountain, one living around 960–1279 CE and the other between 1279 to 1368 CE. However, the most prevalent myth states that he was sighted for so many years after he should have died, as he was a xian. This is a type of transcendent spirit who is immortal and capable of magical powers. As enlightened beings, they can appear to the living in order to help and teach them, and as is the case with Zhang Sanfeng, a xian is often worshipped by their followers as a type of demigod. Thanks for watching. Click subscribe.